Hey, good afternoon, everyone. I should say, because it's good, still good morning for you, Sarah. Um, Dave Wilson, results, staffing. Hey, listen, everybody. Today, first, I wanted to start out by thanking Jim Alexander of LaborMAX. What a great person. He founded in 2002. He's an operating partner. They have a lot of great branches in Texas. And I want to personally thank him because to have another staffing company allow Sara to come on with me, listen, it's a change, and I love it because this is what it's about. It's about partnering. I talk about it all the time. There's nothing wrong with talking with a competitor. Now, since you're in Texas, it's a little easier because nobody will come on with me on the Lehigh Valley. That's okay. I get it. But Jim, thank you so much, and I appreciate it. But today, the reason I invited Sara Arnold, which I'm going to get to her in 1 second, is I talk to everybody all the time about branding and social media posts. And what caught me about Sara's was the images that she had posted on LinkedIn with your clients, with your candidates, driving around. Everybody was happy, smiling. It was nothing negative. It stood out. And I was like, I love it. I love it. So on that note, I want to turn it over. Sara, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you for having me.
Oh, I love it. Hey, why don't you start out by telling who you are and what you do?
Okay, well, my name is Sara Arnold, and I was the branch manager here in Houston. I am currently the area sales manager. So what we do is we supply labor on a daily temp to perm and direct hire positions. So we hit all kinds of industries here.
All the industries. And how's everything going in Houston?
It's actually going really well. We've had some things that slowed down a little bit, but we have been super lucky to stay busy throughout the whole COVID. And so we're watching everything start to pick back up, which is exciting. We are busy.
I can imagine. Now I told you I had a couple questions for you that we're going to just be an icebreaker here.
Okay.
Houston Texans or Dallas Cowboys?
Texans.
Does anyone like Houston Texans or Dallas in Houston, or is it kind of a good rivalry?
It's so hard. You either hate them or love them. It's a big rivalry here, but I'm Texans, so.
All right. I wanted to talk to you today about social media and how do you utilize it, Sara?
Very creatively. So what I love about the social media part of it is that you can reach so many more people. And so what I do with that, my whole thought of going in was to make sure that anybody that saw my business card or our logo, our branding, would immediately associate my name or, my team with LaborMAX. So that's just really what I started doing. And I kind of had fun with it where you would notice I would post my boss a lot and his driving and, just kind of things like that. And he used to hate it. But then when he started getting recognized in local restaurants saying, oh, are you the guy that Sara Arnold always posts? Like we started noticing like he was a believer then.
Right. So, and that's what I talk about all the time. And what I utilize here is everything virtual is the images get a lot more views than just the job postings. Like when you do your Instagram shot or when you get that employee of introducing, hey, you got a new job, just shaking their hands or congratulating them, that just goes everywhere. It says it does. And I see your smile because you know what I mean. I try to tell everybody to, because with Jenny and Taylor, when I put their pictures on, congratulating them, working with us, they were one of the highest views.
Right.
So it's just taking that time. And a lot of people don't want to do that. And I get it. Not everybody is into photos and images, and you don't have to do that. You don't have to just do that. But what I liked about you is I noticed I was scrolling down everything and you're always out on the road and you're busy. I like the clients. You seem to be taking pictures with the clients, candidates.
Yeah.
And that TikTok video.
Yes, I'm definitely, I always try to keep it new and fresh. And, there's so many different platforms that you can use, but I mean, like your vlogs, I like to do videos. I like to show my guys working hard, and plus it gives them that sense of pride. So I like to include everybody from customers to field team members to my staff. There's a lot that people don't know that goes into what we do. So I
Right.
try to just portray that, and I think everybody likes it.
That's and oh, we got a message here. Kelly Marshall, love your use of social media. Oh, Kelly, right?
Thank
All
you,
right.
Kelly. It means
Kelly.
so much. I work hard on it.
Yeah. She and I talk when you said about the videos, I talk about that was my success was those live videos, or like you said, you're showing somebody do the job. So what I like about that is when you advertise that job, they already know what it is. They see it. They're like, wow, I like to do that. Not just a boring post. I call them boring because come on down, $15 an hour, $4 an hour. You start, bring your steel toes, no interview. Jeez, put a little sizzle in there, and what you show there, it just shows a lot. It really shows. And
well, one of our mottos here is to always show people that you care. And so if it wasn't for our team members, we wouldn't be here. So really, they're my most important, besides my customer, of course, they're the ones that are working in the Texas 100-degree weather, so I have to make sure that I come out from behind the counter. I greet them. I make sure I know what they're looking for so that I can really let them know, look, I know that we may not have a welding position right now, but, I can get you some pay until then, but, I won't forget about you. And I think that those relationships are key with everybody.
It is the customer service. And I talked to you prior to this is sometimes, and I'm just being honest for myself, I've learned through starting my own company here is customer service has got to come back to number one priority.
Always.
And I was at fault. I'll admit it. I told you I was busy. But when another staffing agency took that got that client, you kind of knew, just to reach out. And let's see, there's Mr. Jim Alexander. You see that?
Jim.
Sara rocks. I like that.
Saying that in this business that we have so many competitors that, I mean, the first time we mess up, my motto is I want to catch the problem before I have to hear about it from my customer. So that communication is key with my team members. I need them to communicate so that if there is an issue, what I'm doing is I'm not selling the fact that I've got guys that can come do labor for you. I'm selling myself and the service that I provide. So what that is I'm taking the headaches away. I'm going to make sure that, I do everything in my power to get however many people that you've asked for. If I can't do that, you're going to know that I can't do that. And it's just, that's where that's really been successful. You have to have your customer service.
It is. And I think what I've been learning through it all is I'll step back. You know what, that 15 minutes. And that's where it brings me into, you got somebody, Chanel case. Look, way to go, Sarah. Look at that. And then you have, you're an important person here. Let's see. Joe Jones, Team Michigan. Wow. Look at this. All right. Joe Jones. You're going all over the place. What I liked about talking with you also is dirty 30. All right. If everybody, you got to stop and just hear what dirty 30 is, because sometimes the most corniest things, now like Taylor over here, she's laughing, but Taylor came up with just a slogan called Staffing Done Differently for me. Staffing done differently. And we went with it. It's just what I do. So you have to explain dirty 30. I love it.
Okay. So I've only been in staffing for the last year. We just had our anniversary June 24th. So I'm super excited that when I came on, I was given these tools. And so from the CEO, Mike Ingham, it's always been said that he wants us to do a dirty 30. So what that means is that is one of our brick pads, and I make 30 contacts a day. There's no excuses. Like, it's so easy to say that we get busy, we need to stay in the office. There's all these other things that come up, but it's the activity that brings results. And so with our dirty 30, if you're making those 30, it's not to say that we're going to get, 30 responses, but we're planting those seeds. And so that's one thing that's always stuck with us is we do the activity and we do our dirty 30.
That's awesome, because I mean, it's just like you said, if they don't reach back, but at least they read an email or a call or a message. Yeah, you're getting them all. Look at this one. All right. Smith, Sara does an amazing job. Boy, you're like a rock star here. They're all coming in here through here. So,
I'm super grateful.
They are. Look at that. Oh, there's that Nashville. And then there's Brittany. She's coming up. Explain to me another thing. I like this Pickle Pops. What the heck is Pickle Pops?
Well, my dad climbed towers my whole life. So I heard stories where his hands would cramp up and they would always have like a pickle and they would drink the juice because it's better than any kind of potassium from bananas. So what we do here is we've implemented not only the Gatorade packs, but they sell them on Amazon. They sell them in grocery stores. They're called Pickle Pops, to where we can distribute those with the guys during the summer months to ensure that, if they're starting to have signs of heat stroke, because that's real here. And so we are all about safety. So we, give those to them and they can pop that open, get in the shade for a little bit, drink some water, get some electrolytes, and then they're good to go back to work.
All right. I can just imagine when I go to the warehouse on Monday, hey, guys and girls, guys and girls, my great words, employees, pickle juice or Pickle Pops, whatever you want to call them. I can't even imagine. They'd probably be like, what the heck is that? What did you notice with Texas, like we all got hit with the COVID? What areas were hit most in your area there?
I think what hurt us the most was probably our events. We were right in the middle of rodeo, which is huge for us in Houston. It is just our biggest event. And so that happened and it just shut down. No notice, same day. So that put us out a lot. So we're known for having a lot of events here. So that's probably been the biggest hit so far, has been a lot of the hospitality in our events.
That's what happened here with the baseball and Darney Park and all those. They're just gone. They're gone. Yeah. And I don't know what, we're in the green right now in Pennsylvania and Lehigh Valley. We turned green. So we're kind of excited about that. But what industries do you see starting to come back now? Do you start,
Yes, definitely. We've been very blessed to have our construction. Houston does not stop building. It just doesn't. So we've been really thankful to have that, but we're seeing logistics coming back. We are seeing more of our transportation coming back. We're really excited about that.
That keeps is that a logistics center area where you're at?
Very much so. Yes, sir.
Because we have right now, we're one of the largest on the Lehigh Valley here. They're just popping up everywhere. 1.9, 2 million square foot warehouses right out the door. We have 6,000 jobs. 6,000, and it's a lot, because now trying to bring people back. And I like what you talked about when we were talking prior is about safety. Mm-hmm. I constantly say, because I have candidates that come in and they don't know what the client's doing. They don't. They don't know that they're cleaning the areas maybe twice a shift. They're changing their shifts up 15 minutes prior to cleaning. They're scanning temperatures. But candidates need to see this. And you talked about safety. And that's why I like some of your images, because it showed your mask. That was a good mask in the car. That matched your skirt. See?
I was trying to do that. Thank you.
It matched. I was going to comment on it, but I was like, well, I better not. But what do you see for safety? Are candidates coming into you saying, are they concerned?
They are a little concerned, but where our office is located is in Harris County, so that is a mask requirement here. So we do have everybody wearing masks. I do talk to all of the customers and see what their expectations are. Some of them require it, some of them don't. So, it's really kind of an optional thing, but Jim did really good. He got us all of our temperature gauges. We were scanning temperatures as people were coming in. We just are very big on making sure that our customers know that we're taking every precaution to make sure that they're not going to get anybody out there that would jeopardize their staff. So that's been an extra step that we've taken: temperatures, looking for symptoms, anything that we need to.
Now, are they allowed to come in Houston? Are candidates allowed to come to your office now, or do you have to schedule? Like, we try to schedule them right now. Even though we're green, we still would like to schedule them to come in, and still not have 10 people if we don't have to.
We did that at first at the beginning of COVID. When we started to open back up, we had the 6-foot rule. We put up the plexiglass. We really, took it to the extreme to ensure that. But then as we started getting busier, we need people in the office to go to work. So we've kind of done it to where we'll take applications by appointment and spread them out to where we don't have so many people here. But in the mornings, we've got our office that's big enough that we can kind of section it off to where people still have the social distancing, but we're able to fill jobs quickly as well.
Fill the jobs. Have you learned a lot? My vision prior to my other employer, when I started my own business, I was in that virtual, remote, everything anyway. That was my vision. So I have everything that you have behind me. You just don't see it. So I did it as I saw this coming to the Lehigh Valley of remote recruiting. So when COVID hit, I was kind of prepared for it then versus everybody working from home and learning all those curves.
That's smart.
Keeping ahead with your candidates. And have you utilized social media during that part to draw your candidates to get information out, or what did you do to get the word?
Definitely, yes. We have an app that we use. So I was always communicating with my field team members, is what we called them. And you may have seen, I actually did please on LinkedIn asking if you guys are open and you need any kind of labor. I've got some really hardworking guys that need to get back out in the job field. So I used social media for recruiting as well as letting people know that we're not shut down. We're still open. And we talk a lot with our field team members, kind of seeing where they're at. Are you guys safe? Again, our motto is to make sure that people know that you care. And so even if, there's customers right now that haven't been using us because of COVID, I don't just stop that communication with them. I'm still checking in with them. And it's not even work related. It's like, how are you guys doing? Are you holding up okay? And so it's just really important to keep the communication all across the board and show people that you care.
And that's what I'll go back to, that customer service. And I also wanted to ask you, we talked, what does LaborMAX do in Houston? What kind of industries? And you can hit that one there. I know it's a lot there, but I like to say it.
Everything. So it's hard for me to turn down work. So what happens is, with my networking background, if somebody comes to me for a position that we might not necessarily have a candidate for, I find that candidate. But we do a lot of construction. I come from a construction background, so I love the construction jobs. I love the events. If you've ever seen somebody post, we are out there at 3 a.m. in the morning with 50 people. You talk about feeling like the safest woman in Houston with 50 guys behind you.
That's right. Oh my God.
But we stay busy with logistics. Like I said, Houston doesn't stop. There's so much to do here, and everything's popping up. Like you said, these huge warehouses. It's just the industries are endless. It's just going out there and actually finding them and doing those dirty 30, because you'd be surprised at somebody that might need one person that you would think isn't a huge company, and they might be one of your most loyal customers that keep using you, week after week.
For that. And that's what I like about how you talk about that. Again, reaching out. There was one question I wanted to brought up. I noticed you said you were the president chair of Innovative Women in Business.
That's
Explain
true.
to me what that is.
So what that is it's under the American Business Women's Association. It's all over the nation, and it's been around for, I think we just celebrated our 75 or 78 years. And so there was a chapter that invited me over on another side of Houston. And I said, oh, do you guys have one closer to the Woodlands? And they were like, nope, but here you go. And so with that, I learned how to open a nonprofit.
Nice.
We learned how to establish a board. It's just been really exciting. And so what we do is we empower other women in business, even though American Business Women's Association was created by a man during the
Right.
World War to give women skills to, work while their husbands were off. But it's just a really great chapter that we've done. And we just meet up and we share ideas, and, we support each other in business. And it's just been a really great opportunity for me to be a part of.
And only two more questions, and I'll let you go. Has that helped you? Has that helped you in your job now for what you've done there? Do you think it helps you, like,
well,
with people, skills, and just overall?
I would not be able to do this interview with you had I not been in this women's group. I was very shy when it came to public speaking, and being the president, I was just shoved into a very uncomfortable role. But with that, I find that when we get out of our comfort zone is where we just blossom. So now I can sit and talk to you. I can, lead meetings of 100 people, which I would never have thought would have happened a year ago. So it's helped me in those aspects, even though maybe a lot of the women there in real estate, things like that, don't really need labor help or certain industries, but they're always referring people to me. So it has been helpful.
See, that's what the networking, what I've learned right now is LinkedIn is the place to be right now. Versus
I love it.
I love social media. That's where my success was. But the LinkedIn Live, the platform here that you great, and you get to meet so many people. I have gotten new ideas. Well, that dirty 30, little things like that. It's just a little thing. Yeah, and I'm big into right now. I utilize the video resumes, so that it's working great for the direct hires. I love it. Some people don't like to be on camera. But when you're getting 300 resumes, they just go into another pile. It's hard to read all them.
Exactly.
It's hard. So, but
that is innovative.
What's that?
I said that is very innovative. I like that.
It is, and it works well because your skill market. Your skill market. Now, I'm going to talk to Jim because I'm going to give him two weeks free. I'm going to give you 2 weeks free of that service to try it out. Free, Jim. Free, because I'm a licensed dealer. That's not a sales point, but utilize it for 2 weeks, the video resume, and see what you like about it. It's really, really great, so, but on that note, I want to thank you. I can't thank you enough for, even Jim for allowing Sara to come on, because again, I want to work as a staffing company. I don't know if I've changed, maybe because it's my own company now, I can do what I want. But I like to work with people. I like to work with all staffing agencies now because I that pressure. There's nothing wrong with reaching out to a partner and you got 10 extra people. Hey, go over here and work, and to reach out and help each other.
I believe that. Our FTMs come in and they're like, they get scared and they're like, oh, well, I went over across the street. I'm like, I understand that you have bills and you have to do that. I said, just come back and see me when you need me. I'll be here with open arms. So, it's all about, we've got to take care of ourselves and then as a team. So yeah, I'm definitely, and like we talked about, there's another staffing company that when I can't fill something, I always send people over to her and she does the same. And there's enough love and work to spread around. We don't have to support it all. So
you are a popular person. You are a popular person.
Great support. I can't thank you guys all enough. This is amazing.
Wow. Yeah. And I have one more question I wanted to ask you I call it the new workforce, because in our area here, you have a lot of candidates, let's just say from customer service, all the hospitality. we don't know when it's all going to come back. So are you seeing a new workforce coming to your office for positions that they never would have worked for before, just on a temporary basis?
Oh, most definitely. I've had people, and I know that it's hard for them to swallow their pride and come in and work for half of what they used to make.
Yeah.
But again, I just tell them, I know what your value is, and I'll do anything I can to help you right now, knowing that, you're going to go back into your workforce. So I'm just trying to help where I can, because I feel like everybody's struggling right now, and wherever we can help, I'm happy to do that. So we definitely have a lot of skilled people that are coming in to do more semi-skilled work, because of course in Houston, the oil industry, plummeted. But it's back to $40 a barrel now, thank goodness. But people were all out of jobs. So
are they full-time jobs when you start out in the oil, but like those jobs like that, are they like a temp to perm? It's such a big market, or is that just long-term or seasonal?
It is long-term usually. Sometimes it can be seasonal, but we've seen people come in, and where they work for us, they're wanting, they'll even take daily work. They'll take whatever they can right now. Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. So, all right. Well, again, thank you so much, Sara. This has been great. And I'm going to send you the YouTube link to it. And it usually takes about a day. YouTube is so far behind. But Jim, again, thank you so much. LaborMAX, this is my first besides Ashley, or oh my God, she's going to strangle me. Come on, Madison. Oh my God, Madison. I enjoy talking with staffing because I love doing it. I love the faces, helping people change. You're changing their life,
That's actually what we say. We actually are changing people's lives by putting them to work.
Yeah,
definitely.
You got to have that passion.
We talked a little bit about it, but we are nationwide. We do have over 100 locations in all different states. So I'm not the only one. With all the support that you've seen here, we are in every single state. So if you want to reach out to me, I can refer anybody, anywhere they need to be.
They're all over. This is the highest. Look at them all. They're still coming in. Hey, I'm going to have you on every day. This is just, let's go Texas. So, but seriously, thank you so much, and to your staff. And we do have LaborMAX around here. We have them. I'm sure they're going to see this.
I'm sure
they're going to see it. So, but thank you so much, everybody, and enjoy the rest of the day. I know it's
Happy 4th.
Oh, that's right. It's 4th of July weekend. So, all right, everybody be safe, and thank you so much. And let's just make sure we call it to an end. Oh, you got one more here. There's Johnny. Jeez. She's like a rock star.
He's the founding member along with my kingdom. So thank you, Johnny, for the support. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, everyone. And let's just make sure we end this. Here we go.
Okay.
And